So what's going on, guys? It's Captain America. Hope you guys are well, and thank you for coming onto the channel. So as always, starting off with the match stats. So this was a very strong performance from our side. We had a 57% possession overall. We had 12 shots in total, and they only had 9. You know, my overall rating was 8.3. I had a fantastic game. I scored 1 goal, which was the first goal. I had 6 possessions, 1. I only lost 1, and you're going to see, like, I gave away a penalty to this opposition team in the most dumbest way, man. Like, I don't understand this FIFA game sometimes. Like, I wanted my player to header it, or just to clear it out, but somehow he kicks the guy, like, mid-air, and it's in the box, and he gives away a penalty. So that's around when we're winning 3-0, so you could check it out when they score a goal. Then, of course, we bounce back and we score another goal to end it off with a 4-1 win. But no, it's a fantastic game overall. You know, they were in my back pocket. I made some really, really good challenges. You know, the possessions that I did win were just really, really strong as well. You know, I've started also posting on, like, YouTube Shorts. I've got Instagram as well as Twitter, TikTok too, and it's all Capt America, similar to my YouTube username, so you could just check those out. They're going to be my highlights of those specific games, like my best highlights. So of my defensive performance, if I score a goal, I'll place it on there as well, so at least you can see like a short little snippet of the best highlights for those games. But yeah, no, I do appreciate you guys if you do check it out. Thank you so much in advance. But yeah, do enjoy the game. It's a great game overall. You know, we're trying to pass it around, you know, in general in a wider position to move into like the central positions. We've been on a good streak as well, so hopefully we can sustain it for like the Division 1 league title. But no, enjoy, and yeah, we'll continue now talking about Nations League. And of course, I gave my predictions yesterday prior to the game starting around, I think I uploaded the video like 4 p.m. So with that, I mentioned, you know, Belgium versus Poland, which is it's always a good game because, you know, you got players such as like Lewandowski for Poland. You got the goalkeeper Dragowski, who's fantastic as well. Always been a wonder kid in all of these Football Manager games from the past seasons. So it was always going to be a good spectacle against Belgium, who got dealt with by, you know, Netherlands 4-1 in their own home turf. So, you know, now they're back at home again. They had a stronger lineup against what they had previously. So no, it was going to be a result to Belgium. I did mention that it was going to be both teams to score, you know, with Lewandowski as well being such a huge, you know, striker for Poland. You know, I did mention as well that he would score as well, so fantastic. I actually predicted 4-1, but I'm glad that it was 6-1. But yeah, so I hope you guys, you know, like that one. And then same with Wales and Netherlands too. So I predicted that to be 3-1 to Netherlands, but of course Netherlands to win the game. But of course, with the likes of like Van Dijk resting, I was like, okay, you know, with Wales, you know, being on a high morale, you know, they just beat Ukraine overall. So I was hoping that, you know, that was going to be like a goal for them. So yeah, I said 3-1, but the match ended with 2-1. I think Berghaus, I don't know how you say his name. He scored the last goal in the last minute, let's say. So no, I think, you know, generally I'm quite happy with my predictions, but yeah, I think, you know, just talking a bit about the Belgium versus Poland game, because I wanted to see about the highlights and seeing how the play style of Belgium is. Of course, you know, Belgium's always been one of those teams where they've had such amazing talent now for a very long time. You know, with their youth as well, they've got some great talent coming over. You got like Marco Canner, for example, you know, Football Manager wonder kid for a long time. But no, I think, you know, Belgium have a great team, but I don't know how the hell they got dealt with by, you know, Netherlands 4-1. But, you know, I have predicted Netherlands to win the actual Nations League. So, no, I think they are a strong side in general when they do have their full team, Netherlands. So that was my prediction for that. But no, Belgium itself, you know, they've sustained now a very, how do you say, like, consistent, let's say, player performances in the international scene. And, you know, they've always been a good team to play against. And, you know, over the past seasons, over these, let's say, international fixtures, they've progressed very well, you know, to the final stages of these international tournaments. So, you know, Belgium are a great team. But I really don't understand how Hazard is a bloody captain still. And he doesn't even play for Real Madrid, like, at all. But his international form is always okay-ish. Like, it just depends on, like, the team and what's going on. But, you know, they played fantastic. I don't know if anyone saw the highlights for Belgium versus Poland, but, like, every single goal that was scored was it was insane. Like, there was outside of the box, like really good like team goals. It was a good game overall, man. They dominated completely. Belgium did. They had like 65% possession and just like insane amount of shots on target, which were like 11. I think they had 18 shots in total, but 11 shots on target. And then Poland only had like 2 shots on target, but of course one resulting in a goal for Lewandowski. But you know, the goalkeeper for Poland has, as mentioned, has always been insane for like his wonder kid days, as per what Football Manager was saying. You know, he moved over to Fiorentina as well, but now he's at this mature age where you could see in the international scene, and especially against Belgium, was a prime example of his capabilities of saving. You know, some of the goals that Belgium scored were absolutely insane. Like, there was this one outside of the box where he just literally flicked it around and it curled in. A finesse shot all the way in the corner, so that was a bit hard to save, but he did make some other good saves. There was one goal from a distance which he should have done a bit more better with like parrying it away or even touching it, but he didn't do anything. But no, Belgium are just insane. You know, I was thinking it's going to be a high-scoring game. When Lewandowski did score the first goal, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm glad that I got that right, because I knew that Belgium were going to batter them afterwards. So, no, I'm glad that Poland scored, because if Belgium scored the first 2 goals, the first goal first, it would have then been very hard for Poland to capitalise, and I think Belgium would have been a bit more, let's say, not defensive, but counter-attacking, just seeing how the flow of the game would have gone. But no, I'm glad that Poland scored first, because then at least we saw the battering that they dealt with. I think that's always good to see. But yeah, I think we also got some fixtures for today in the Nations League as well. You know, we got some key fixtures in the group table for like Switzerland versus Spain, as well as Portugal, who are also going to be playing as well. So I don't know, man. I think for Switzerland, it's going to be one of those ones where they're a good team. I've said it previously as well. They're one of those boogie teams that include like Denmark, Austria, you know, Croatia, Switzerland. They're all within this bracket where they could always cause some sort of upset. You know, Denmark, for example, made such headwind within the Euros recently, and they just only got knocked out by England in the semi-finals, which, in fact, I did attend the game, so FYI. But no, I think, let's see about that. I think it's going to be a tight one with Switzerland playing at home. You know, Spain haven't been truly playing to the full capacity, so I do feel it's going to be both teams to score again. I think it's going to be a window for Spain. It's going to be 2-1, so fingers crossed. Let's see how that goes, and I'll share the results of my prediction tomorrow. So I think I've been doing quite well. I don't know how much prediction I've got correct, but I've been doing quite well, you know. And then, of course, you've got Portugal versus Czech Republic. So I see this being an easy home win, man. I think it's going to be 4-0. I don't see Switzerland, bloody Czech Republic scoring. I think it's going to be a battering. Again, depending on the lineups for the game, because I've been predicting lineups just depending on like what the formations are going to be. But again, like the formations that these guys are playing, they're resting a lot of their key players. We've seen it for Germany against England. We've seen it for France in their recent game against who was it, Croatia. You know, they had like 10 changes, for example. You know, some teams are making some drastic like full team changes as such, but England, they've kept like similar type of players. Same with like who is it I'm talking about, Belgium, for example, have kept like really strong key players playing as well. But no, I think it'll be I think Spain will go for like a very strong team, especially with their results that they've had. But I think it's going to be 2-1 for Spain to Switzerland, and again 4-0 for Portugal. Again, I don't know. Hopefully they play with like Ronaldo, Jota. They put like their strong lineup up. So no, looking forward to that. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Do put your predictions on the comment down below as well. It'll be good to hear from you guys what you think these Nation League matches predictions are. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, good luck. But also just talking about like general news and transfers as well. So firstly, going along with like, you know, I was reading on Sky Sports about the Paris police. You know, they're apologising to like Liverpool fans, as well as some Bayern, bloody hell, Real Madrid fans, just around like the tear gas that was sprayed during the, you know, they're trying to arrive within the stadium, you know, the security checks and whatnot. But then, you know, they're trying to go through, but I don't know what the French police were doing. But again, prior to that, we were noting, or on the news they were stating, that there was a lot of fans trying to jump over the barricades. Similar situation to Italy versus England in the Euros final, where, you know, I was luckily at a pub. I didn't go to the final game, which I didn't want to, but it was a lot of the unticketed fans, let's say fans that haven't purchased any tickets. they were running over the barricade. Of course, that's going to be a security issue. You don't want it to be a case where there's going to be an overload in capacity, and then it's just going to be a trampede of stuff because people are just going to get, I don't know, anxious or nervous or whatever crap's happening. So, you know, of course, it's all around security, and plus, buy your own ticket, man. Like, I don't understand these ticketless people. Like, buy it with your own hard-earned money. I also read on the news as well, just recently, I think it was this England versus Germany match where there's an England fan that went over to Germany. Of course, it was being played there. He like pushed a German fan. He stole his ticket and he ran off. But luckily, there was English fans, the own supporters, who found this guy. And I don't know, I think they beat the shit out of him. And then they called the police on him and they gave the ticket back to the German fan. Like, this type of behaviour, man, English fans are just... That's why I don't, like, want them to ever win anything, man. Like, the fans are truly, like, the pinnacle of the downfall of, the English football. Plus the news outlets, of course, because of how they overhype England, you know, winning certain tournaments before it's even started. You know, they're like, oh, you know, it's coming home and whatnot. You bloody hell, man. I just don't understand. Like, that hype, it makes me laugh. Once they get knocked out, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that they got knocked out. So... It's good to see them not doing well within the Nations League. You know, they had a very strong lineup against Germany, who Germany had like a second fiddle, technically a second fiddle team. And Germany dominated the entire game. So Southgate needs to sort something out because as mentioned in my previous videos, Kane needs to be playing as a centre forward, not as a deep playing playmaker or whatever, deep lying forward. There's no point utilising him like that. He can't score like that. In Tottenham, he scores fantastic goals being in the box. Like, how is he going to score bloody goals by the halfway line? He's no, like, Firmino or anything. He doesn't have any pace. He just dribbles, man, literally from his mouth. But, nah, let's see. I think, you know, I'm glad they're not doing well, England. But, yeah, let's see with that. I think they're in a group of death, as mentioned in my previous videos, with Italy, Germany, as well as, you know, Hungary. So it'll be interesting to see how they progress, or any teams and how they progress there. Because, you know, Hungary have scored in both of the games, you know, against Italy as well as England. Or, you know, they beat England. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes against Germany now. So, no, really, really interesting. So, yeah, guys, just again talking about transfers now. So, you know, we've also got the potential of, like, you know, for Liverpool, it's on the news all around. Nunes, you know, Benfica guy looking at moving. I do see him coming over to Liverpool, but I was looking at the astronomical fee that's being rumoured for him, you know, 85 million, which for me as a striker is a bit too much. You know, the likes of City got Haaland at a very reasonable price, but I think Nunes should have been around the same price, around 45-50, because don't get me wrong, you know, the Portuguese league isn't a league that is a competitive out-for-out league. You know, there's always two clubs that always win it, or three now, let's say. You know, you got Sporting, you got Porto, you got Benfica, but then you got other teams as well that might, you know, pip it, such as Braga or something. Luckily, let's say. But now, I think, you know, Nunes, I don't think the value is that much for him. I think that's overvalued. I do hope that we can negotiate it down for Liverpool, but yeah, that would be a good purchase for Liverpool, you know, especially he's going to be an out-for-out striker. I have heard that he does play on the wing. He can play on the wing, let's say, so no, let's see. And then, of course, you've got United also rumoured to wanting to buy him, which is actual banter because they can't even do anything within their club. They need to sort crap out within their club, man. They've got too much garbage. So I do hope that Den Haag, from their new manager from Ajax, does a little clearing, and not just within the players, but within the backroom staff, and hopefully slaps up the board as well. That's what they need. So yeah, United banter club. But then, of course, you've got the likes of like Sterling being rumoured for Chelsea, which is going to be interesting. Of course, Madrid are also interested too, but I do see him sticking within, let's say, London. Of course, he was training up in his youth days within QPR, which is London-based. So I do see him moving over to Chelsea. That will be a really interesting purchase as well. Then, of course, you've got Botman for Newcastle, who's a centre-back, who's actually a fantastic, strong Dutch centre-back. So I was hopeful that he would, you know, join Liverpool, but Newcastle, you know, with their expenditure this year, and they've been rumoured for him since January as well. So I do think that he's going to sign over to Newcastle, which will be a really good signing to have. And then the final one is, I don't know how to say his name, Danjuma for Villarreal. So he's been rumoured to... rumours are showing that, you know, he is to come to Liverpool, but he's distanced himself at the moment, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, he had a fantastic season at Villarreal, so let's see. I don't mind him, or even Son for Tottenham. But yeah, guys, at the end of the video now, thank you so much for sticking by. You know, those that are new, appreciate you guys a lot. You know, thank you so much, and please do like, subscribe, and comment. We do talk about this random crap throughout the videos, and I do hope that you guys enjoy. Those that are oldies and goldies, thank you again so much. Appreciate the love as always. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video, and we'll see how the predictions go. Take care. See you later. Bye bye.
Well, that is how to run at defenders. The referee blows for full time. It ends at a victory.